How's it? This is Isaac Fox, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being showing up authentic, raw, messy, and beautiful. This will find the people that it's supposed to find. Love you. Interesting. I'm recording again. Something stopped on my record. I don't know what that means. I don't know. It doesn't matter though. I'm still streaming with all you guys. I guess I was finished with what I was saying because I don't remember where to come off from. So I'll look at Tiffany. I've been in a low doing energy the last 2 weeks, and yet I'm still in beautiful flow. Sometimes all I need to do is sit there and let life unfold around me. It's pretty freaking magical, dude. You know, and Tiffany, you and I understand this more than most people that I have met. The way, I can't speak for Tiffany, but it's quite similar. You know, me and her, we have our experiences, and then we're kind of on this side of the spectrum together on many things. The way our energy was set up, the way our energy distortions and things kind of were here happening for us, so we can have this experience and this unique perception and these unskillful aspects and these challenges to overcome them, right? And then step into our life task and all these beautiful, skillful aspects of that. So cool. So cool. How's this for me? The way it was set up for us is like the basic task-orientated Western societal work, go, get shit done. That didn't really work for me and Tiffany. Now, I mean, hey, like I worked 12, 14, 15, 16-hour days. I kicked ass. I did all this shit and I fucking hated it. All right. I mean, I don't know many people that love it, but it just got to a point to where, I mean, sometimes doing one thing in a day, it's like moving a mountain, you know. And then if you've never dealt with that, you know, if you've been more of a task orientated person and things like that, then you might not understand. What the fuck are you talking about, Isaac? It's cool. You don't have to understand that. You're not on my side of the spectrum on that. You gave life a different meaning. My wife was like that. She was very task oriented. She's still task oriented. I mean, she's getting her master's degree right now and running 2 businesses and dealing with a knucklehead as a husband. I love it. Helping all kinds of clients and students. She's amazing. I can do that. But I got to do it in my own way. Right? So I digress. As some people call it neurodivergent too, if you guys know what that is. It's just the way the brain seeks dopamine. It's a different kind of hit, and it's different than doing tasks. Like people that do tasks, they get dopamine hits, they want to do more. Neurodivergent brains work a little different. So there's all these different aspects of it. And what it really comes down to is it was just a life lesson for me to understand that, here's the point. Here's the point. It's a life lesson for me to understand that actually it's not about what I do or how much I do. I want to say, it's not about how much I do. It's about what I do. Right. And it's quite possible that action in physical form, action is the language of divinity. So if I'm taking action, whatever action is, I'm not giving it a meaning right now. It's just a choice, and it's a motion, energy, emotion. It's a movement of energy. Okay. Sometimes choosing to sit still and breathe, that's an action. So action is the language of divinity in the physical form. I'm taking action aligned more to my true self. And when I do that, what unfolds around me, I just allow it to happen. And I stop trying to control it with the intellect and the small self of what it thinks it needs to be. It's trying to understand how things are going to work or how it should work, right? Where the physical mind actually is only meant to experience the present moment and remember the past. has no idea how things are going to happen and work. The true mind knows. So if I can get my physical mind in the present moment, following aspects that feel more true, right? It's another high sense perception, right? You can kind of start feeling it in your body when you do this practice long enough, right? Or whatever. You take choices and you give permission to follow that without having to know how it works, detaching from expectation, and just allow it to be. Like Tiffany is like, oh shit, I'm fucking tired for the last week. I'm just gonna fucking hang out and relax. And oh shit, look, I got a new client show up. Oh, I got a new client down the street now. She moved to a new state. Now she's getting known where she lives now. How fun is that? I love that. Look at all these things happening. Well, I didn't do anything today. I just sat still and breathed and loved myself and stayed in joy, because you know she's always in all ways she's in joy. She's a big joy bunny hopping around. I think she even has a bunny pajama thing. So you are literally a joy bunny most of the time. I love it. So you guys getting that? You guys getting what I'm putting out, the joy bunny thing? But that too, we can all be joy bunnies. My wife's a joy bunny too. She's pretty funny. That's why they're great friends, actually. Ooh, Deborah, hello. Nice to see you again, my friend. I just want to go back to Tiffany says, I am a joy bunny. Oh, you guys are like really into my talk today. This is fun. The more I do this, the more fun it gets. About 10 years ago, one of my spiritual teachers said, Tiffany is the only person I know who is 100% okay with making money for doing absolutely nothing. Ha ha, yeah. I mean, why not let life be easy, dude? Okay, thank you for that, Tiffany. You give me so much content. I think we got to do one of our lives here soon, one of our monthly lives where you and I jump on, and then you and Candace and me and Candace, and maybe all three of us will jump on, have some fun with this one. Now that's a statement. That is something that's been showing up for me lately. And I'm understanding it more completely. Like, what's abundance, guys? Remember, we're still talking about you're always in the fucking flow. Either you choose to believe that or you don't. And you can think, I'm doing something wrong. I'm out of the flow. These things are showing up that are happening that I don't fucking want. And then focus on that and give all that meaning and watch what happens. Most likely, it's what's been happening. Shit you don't fucking prefer, right? And then what you want's over here, and what you say, what you don't want's over here, and you keep getting more of what you don't want. You can't seem to get what you want. Or if you get what you want, it doesn't look like it. And it's fun shit. It's fun three-dimensional stuff that I now have been experiencing. There's aspects of this that are more true, which I'm sharing with you today. So here we go. So the aspect of what Tiffany was saying, because I mean, that is a statement. Tiffany is the only person I know that is 100% okay making money for doing absolutely nothing. Okay. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in America, there's going to be some judgment on that shit. Well, you got to work hard, earn your money. You know what I mean? All this stuff that goes with that. Tiffany doesn't give a fuck about that. She understands. She knows who she is in her own authentic expression. Now, my point is saying is abundance. What is abundance? Anyone know what abundance is? Does anyone have a definition of abundance? What is abundance? Would you like more abundance? We hear that a lot. I want more abundance. I want more love. I want more joy. Right? Well, it's possible what I've been hearing lately and the messages that have been showing up to me is abundance can be defined as doing what you need to do when you need to do it and having what you need to do it with. So anything you need in that time, you have it. It's not what you want, it's what you need. So, an interesting aspect of that would be if I think that I have to work hard for money, then what do you think my reality is going to look like? If there's a belief that it's not okay to do nothing and to get money, or to be abundant, to have all of your needs met and do nothing, okay? If you think there's something wrong with that, and then you go, well, that's not okay, I don't like that, you should be working like this, and this to be able to be abundant. Well, that's fine. You can think that all you want. I know I have in the past. The thing is, I could be limiting what I'm actually bringing to myself. Like the soul itself, like it works in the path of least resistance. So what I need can be coming to me in an infinite supply of abundance, an infinite amount of ways. It doesn't have to just show up as money. Show up in any way. So if I think it has to look a certain way, I just limited the abundance that I'm giving to myself. And then did I really even limit it? Because if I believe it needs to be a certain way, or maybe I believe in lack. Well, guess what? I'm an abundant being. So if I believe in lack, I'm going to have an abundance of lack show up in my life until I maybe start thinking different about that and go, oh, look at all this lack in my life. Geez, I'm so abundant. Maybe I'm going to give a different meaning to my life right now. And maybe that changes. Yeah, I'm really working on explaining this one. If you guys can kind of feel into that, you might just kind of absorb some of it and then you can find your own explanations. But it really looks to me, and Tiffany, I know, would agree on this and maybe express it in her own divine expression. But there's just this game where you can choose to give any meaning you want to it and then see the reflection that you prefer. That's all it is. So pretty cool. Astra, thank you. I was struggling with that one. The ability, she's describing abundance as the ability to do what you want when you want to do it. Close. It's more of the, yeah, it's the ability to do what you need when you need to do it. It's the difference between what you want and what you need sometimes. See, the small self has its likes and dislikes, right? And what it wants and doesn't want. And that's fine. I completely honor my personality. Like there's stuff that I really want. And sometimes I get what I want. And most of the time, if not every time, I'm actually really getting what I need, which then leads me to maybe even more of what I wanted, but then in a way that what I'm getting what I want now, it's what I wanted, but it's also more than I imagined it would be. You know, it's more fun than I imagined it would be. It's more simple. It's more effortless. It's more joyful. I was like, oh, this is what this feels like. I pictured it in my mind, but until I experience it, I really don't know. Not the small self doesn't know, the true mind knows. Guys kind of see where I'm going with that? Yeah. Fun stuff. Ja'ala feels me. Ja'ala gets on all this stuff. She's getting it lately. Okay, Deborah, we'll check you out later. Hey. So yeah, fun stuff. So you're always in the fucking flow. You guys starting to feel that? You guys starting to get down with what that looks like? You're just there. It's always happening. Right. So I think in my post, I wrote, you know, the title, which I've said 20 times, you know, and then the caption was basically synchronicity. What is it? Where is it? Who is it? Is it a fucking country in Europe? The fuck is this synchronicity shit, right? How do I know when I'm in it? Am I in it now? What's going on? So, you know, one way it was explained to me is I thought it was really cool. It's you know, people talk about like coincidence and a synchronicity that shows up. It's more synchronicities where everything in my life is a synchronicity. So it's plural. It's constantly happening. There's not just one or two here or there. It shows up every day in my life in the simplest of ways. A lot of how it's showing up for me right now is when I have a question about something. Like lately, I'm like, okay, I'm understanding the spiritual body, the mental body, the physical body. I'm really getting, what's this emotional body? What are these even for? What are emotions? And then every day, almost, it's like I get another piece of information. It comes through different feeds. It comes through somebody says, hey, listen to this book. And I go, oh, that book. Wow, fascinating. I'll listen to it. Something told me to listen to it. This person's speaking what I'm teaching and they're speaking in their divine expression. They gave me a piece of the puzzle. Or I'm looking through my Facebook reel and it's like pop. It's like a little 2-3 minute reel and they're speaking of something and it's another piece of the puzzle. So everything's here for me, showing me, reflecting to me what I need in the moment. It's pure abundance. I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting everything I need to be able to come here and share this with you guys. And that's what I am doing with you. Because you guys created me to show up and reflect back to you, whatever it is you're asking to remember at this point of your journey to help you remember who you are. So you can start having more fucking fun. Right? So, shit, where was I going with that one? I I love my mind. So it's so fun. It's like there's these pieces and it's like this 3 or 4 dimensional hologram that comes together. And then my intellect is asked to like explain it. And sometimes I get distracted or something. I'll miss a piece and then it slows up for a minute. So synchronicity. Oh, okay. So everything is synchronicity. It literally, like now everything is my teacher. Everything is my guru. It's amazing. Everything, even the things I don't prefer. Maybe sometimes, especially the things I don't prefer, if it's something that keeps showing up that I've noticed keeps showing up in my life over and over and over again. Fuck, man, maybe that's one of my greatest fucking lessons right there. What is that attempting to show me? How is this for me? Is the most powerful question I've ever asked. I don't, as of right now, really know one that's much more powerful. But if there is one, let me know. And that's how it works. I just ask for it. And if it's what I need, it shows up. And then it gives me more of what I want. I don't know. You guys following this? You're in the flow. Yes, Tiffany. Yes, I'm in the flow, dude. And that's just what it is. And you guys don't have to take my word for it. You know, just feel into the energy. If you're digging the energy and you're digging what's going on here, I'm just here, man. I raised my frequency. I let go of the things that I thought I knew or believed to be true. And I was curious about it. And when I started to let go of having to know things, I actually started to know things. Because the intellect is only experiencing the now and the past. So I only know, it's like a computer. It only stores the past information, right? It only knows what it's been programmed with. So if I want something new, I have to operate from the unknown aspect, not from the intellect's point of view. So I can start using the intellect to follow the true mind, the true self, which knows how things are working, which is attempting to give me exactly what I need. And if I'm attached to the idea of how things need to be, I keep going, no, fuck off. It doesn't look the way. It doesn't look the way I want it to. Fuck off. So if I let go of that and I'm curious and I start understanding the unknown is actually more of what I prefer has been there. And that's been my experience is when I step in the unknown, holy shit, I get more of what I want, but it's beyond what I thought I wanted. It's even cooler. Man, maybe I'll start doing more of that. And so that's kind of just what I'm offering you guys is the ability to experience that. Because I can tell you this all day. I can't teach you this shit. I just give you the opportunity so you can experience it. Once you experience it, then you're like, oh shit, that's what that guy was talking about. And then the small self goes, oh shit, that actually, we stepped in the unknown. We followed what was more aligned to our truth. We moved into that. And look, this is working out more than we imagined. Look at all the stuff that we just received. Like, oh man, I'm getting what I need. And it's so effortless and simple. Maybe I'll give permission to step more into the unknown because that's the new experience. I know all the old shit, small self, it remembers all of it. And it keeps remembering it in the present moment. And I keep getting to experience it until I let it go. Okay. Move into the new experience. If you guys want to know how to do that, book a session with me. That's as simple as it goes. Watch these lives. I've explained it. I've given a formula for it. It fucking works. It really works. In my experience, it really works. It's the one thing I found 15 years of all of this classes and studying all these things. And it's such a simple formula. Okay. It's that simple. Let me know. Changes everything. Jala, you're practicing it now, aren't you? I know you are. Jala knows what it is. Tiffany says, translating all the information that's coming through can be a lot to keep track of. Yes, it can. Thank you for understanding, Tiffany. And choosing what needs to be spoken to. All right. So what's fun these days is realizing, so the abundance thing, right? So people want more abundance. So if there's a part of you in spirit that always knows itself in truth, it is infinite abundance. Like it's quite possible that that I don't have a soul, that my soul is actually, my body is in my soul. My soul isn't in my body. Concept possible, right? Like what an egoic thing. That's like, oh, Isaac has a soul. No, it's like, no, my soul created my body. So it could be that my physical body is in my spiritual body. So then everything around me is the clear representation of abundance because everything around me is me. And it's reflecting back to me things I think I know and believe to be true. The meaning I choose to give life to have an experience in my unique perception. Maybe that's fun for my soul. Maybe it's like, oh man, I can't have a different perception because I always see things as true. So let me create a part of me that has a subjective truth that can give meaning to things and go to different sides of the spectrum, right? And so as I start to find more of that neutral point into the truth, I can also play with that and just choose to give meaning to things. But I choose to give meaning to things in a way that I more prefer, that's more aligned to who I am and my top values. If you guys don't know what your top 3 values are, I do that too. I've helped dozens of people right now find their top 3 values. It completely changes their fucking life. It's fucking amazing. It changed my life. My top 3 values: freedom, security, and excellence. Amazing. When I'm following in those, I have this feeling of lightness, enjoyment, inspiration, like this, what I'm doing with you guys right now. I could do this all day long. I just get inspired. I just want to do more. That's the flow. That's my authentic expression. And I just want to do more of it. And I just put it out there and I detach from expectation. And for me right now, what it is I really just decided to show up and be seen and let the people that needed to find me find me. Because there are people out there that wanted to find me and I'm sitting here playing the game. I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. It's not safe, da, 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 whatever unconscious stuff that I chose to experience. And I just saw it one day. I was like, I don't know if that's true. This is way more enjoyable showing up and connecting with all of you guys and letting the people that need to find me find me. And since then, I mean, just one or two people a week, just showing up, pop, 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 pop. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to play a part in their reality and show up. And they're playing a part in my reality. And it's just here. And it's fun and it's abundance. And everything around me is me. And I give meaning to anything I want. So it's not a fantasy. It's not daydreaming. In fact, what we were taught as kids, right? Maybe I won't say we're taught, but we could have been taught this, but what we learned through specific things in school and society and family dynamics or whatever it was, mostly from everybody else that just forgot who they were and then they went through a whole society and got raised with more people who forgot who they were. So they're like, well, this is what we are because this is what we were told. So we're going to keep telling you this. And hundreds of years goes by and here we are. So what I learned was, and maybe you will see this or not, what I learned was that your imagination is pointless. Live in reality. My stepbrother used to say that, when I would talk to him about things, he'd go, well, I'm going to play the devil's advocate, whatever the fuck that means. And then I'm more of a realist. So like, and then he'd say why things wouldn't work or why that, I was like, what's a realist, but what you think reality is. So in your reality, that means you're a realist in your reality, but your reality isn't my reality. In fact, I don't really prefer your reality. So I'm a realist in my reality. So, I mean, it just makes no sense. Like it's complete nonsense when you really start to look at it. So in many of our realities in the past, we were taught to don't imagine, daydreaming doesn't work, be a realist. Life is hard. You got to work hard for money. You got to find a career. You got to get married. You got to have kids. You got to struggle, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So what I'm starting to realize is that was just one meaning of many that I could choose to give this life. And in fact, the imagination and the unknown and the curiosity of a child is actually when they're closest. That's them being closest to their spirit before all the programs and the identity and the ego get set in. Because we have these examples of what people show us, and then we start to learn lessons and make decisions, dissect ourselves and separate ourselves from what we are, which is the flow, the inspiration, the love, the joy, the constant wonder. I'm looking around now and just everything is so amazing. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like we can explain all this with science and like make it so simple and label everything. But it's like in one dimension, yes. What about the next dimension? None of that fucking may even exist. It's a structure here. So how do we work within this structure? And that's what I'm offering you guys is I'm really understanding how to fucking work in this structure. And I'm not abandoning my personality. I'm not abandoning myself at all. In fact, I'm becoming even more of my personality and just all of the really fucking skillful, amazing fucking traits that are designed for me to express through my own divine expression and my own perception. So I don't lose my personality when I let go and of what I think I know and believe to be true and let go of the identification and the meaning I've given to life. I actually receive more of the truth of who I am. And then my personality gets to experience that, which is very preferable for my personality. So, I mean, you guys don't have to take my word for it. Just believe it's possible and practice. Practice as best you can. And show up for the lives, and I'll just keep blasting you with energy. And you'll have the synchronicity every day. Look for your synchronicity every day. Right? It's pretty awesome. I'm loving it. So much to talk about. So much. But then I really just say the same thing over and over again in different ways, from different angles and different aspects, which is really fun. And then the more I experience it, the more I become, well, I can't become more, but the more I find the misalignments and align myself more to who I truly am, I get to experience more of what I truly am. That's actually one of the coolest points of this experience. I've always been that. And the parts of me that separated from that didn't see it in that subjective truth, that said, this can't be, I can't be of God, I can't be this, it can't be love, and it's separated, and life is this, and blah, 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 blah. Those parts where I just start to be curious, I let it go. Because if you don't believe it 100%, it starts to dissolve. When you start bringing consciousness to something that you've separated in unconsciousness, it starts to become conscious. That's what does the healing, not the mind. The mind just gives permission and lets go of what it thinks it knows or believes to be true. The energy moves. And you start realigning those separated pieces. And then you go, oh, and you start realizing more of who you truly are, not who you think your personality is, but who you truly are. And then you feel it move through this personality, which is real fun. So then you're not operating from the unskillful parts of the personality anymore. You're operating more from the skillful parts of the personality aligned to your true self. And then you start experiencing more of your true self. Can't be more abundant, more love, more peace, more joy. In this structure, we were designed, maybe forget who we were, to remember who we are, to then keep this personality and get to have the divinity flow through us in this three-dimensional reality. And live that way, in that truth, which is we are the creators of our reality, and it's fucking fun. And so whatever meaning I give to anything is the meaning, is the reality I get to create. I believe that's very possible. Be nice to believe that 100% one day, but I'm not so sure if I believe anything 100%. Because that would mean I would know it, and I don't know if I know anything 100%. I'm 99.999% sure on many things, but I don't know. I'm not so sure. Ooh, Tiffany's got good stuff today. To all, I'm still trying to find my top values. How do I know what are the clues? Book a session with me. I love you. I'm not being a dick. I can help you with those pretty quickly. Or so it's been showing up that way. We could pretty much narrow them down, if not find all three in one session. But I will give you clues until we have our session. So you have the list. I gave you the PDF list. If anyone's listening to this call and you want the list, comment and I'll send you the list. It's not complicated. It's pretty easy for me to do now because I'm getting technical. Not technical, technological, techie. Making up all kinds of words today. So you have you're fine. You just write a list of basically what your possible top three values are. So you can write a list of 5, 7, 10, like whatever jumps out at you. You're like, oh, that's a value. That's a value. That's a value. Point. Don't do the mental thing. where you start going, there's only three values. I only have three values I have to pick. And what if I pick the wrong one? And now I'm stuck with these three values. That is what fucked me up for 15 years. I mean, I knew this value thing for quite a while. The way I do it's a completely different twist on the way I've learned it in the past. But that's where I was like, I don't know my values. And I get pissed off and confused and play that game, right? The truth is, I have much more than three values. And some of my top three values, like freedom, that encompasses, for me and my personality and my perception and my expression, freedom encompasses love, peace, joy, inspiration, gratitude, harmony, among other things, compassion. Yeah, that's freedom for me, baby. When I'm in that, I'm free. Here, now, authenticity, free. Free authenticity isn't freedom, right? And security, right? Security is basically me being secure in my authenticity and my freedom, expressing myself divinely without attachment or thought or judgment, just awareness and consciousness. And then excellence. Excellence is just not perfection. It's taking whatever's in front of me and excelling, raising the frequency, bringing it to a new reality, bringing it to you guys, taking what I've learned and go, oh, let me excel that and make it a simpler, more powerful version for people to absorb. So those are my values. So you just write a list. If you get 5, 7, 10, it doesn't matter. Write a list, start looking and then going, well, what would be my top 3 priorities? And then just really kind of start paying attention, like, what do you do all day long? Right? So yeah, and there's other things and other variations that I give people. There's like 4 or 5 different kind of little tricks. If they're kind of struggling with something, I can kind of say, oh, well, what about this or what about that? And it really brings it in quite quickly. We can do it in one session. So values, values, values. Amazing. Changes everything. It's going to change everything for you, Jala. Okay, when you say the same thing 100 different ways, it lands differently for each person. You never know when it will be somebody's aha moment. Yes, Tiffany, that's exactly it. And that's part of like my beautiful expression here is I just find I find different ways and I say things in different ways because a lot of us listen from the subjective truth. We listen from the intellect. We listen from agree or disagree. And if I'm saying something to someone and it's hitting an unconscious piece that the intellect is like, nope, I don't like that. Right? The information stops. And the energy stops. It just stops it. Nope, not going to fucking even accept that. Push it away. Fuck that. Right? As opposed to where I go now. Or then let me finish this point. Then when I say something different way that somebody kind of would agree more to, they go, oh, okay. That's kind of what I would understand to be true. So I'm going to listen to more of that and the energy can move in. But really what I'm doing with this is this is what I do now is I just listen with consciousness and not from a place of agree or disagree. I feel when the energy comes through me and it's more true. I'm like, ooh, that's fucking truth. Ooh, I feel that. I know what it feels like now. It's not my mind deciding. I feel it. And I go, oh, wow. And I just pay attention as best I can, but I just absorb the frequency. And when it's something that's not true, I feel it. It just, and I go, oh, okay. And that just moves through me. I don't need to hold on to it. It's like, oh, no, that's not true. Ooh, that is true. And so that way, now everything's my teacher. I'm like, oh, shit, look at that. And I don't always intellectualize it. I feel it. And I absorb it. I don't ever invite anything in. Okay, don't do that. Don't ever invite anything in. I just feel my energy. And when it's flowy and it's truth, I'll go, okay, whatever that information is, that frequency that's coming down, let's use it to raise my frequency. And then that informs my intellect. That I'm able to come here and explain the unexplainable to you guys. It's really cool. Like I've never really seen anybody quite like this, of course, because this is my divine expression, explain these things that I'm explaining. I mean, this is literally Like I'm literally finding the key codes to the structure of the three-dimensional reality and how we get to actually play within it. It's just whether and how much of it we believe is that's possible. It's almost like a fucking like a fairy tale, dude. It seems so fucking far-fetched to the basic heavy three-dimensional reality. So yes, Jala, you're welcome. I'm glad you got that one. Values. I'm very happy that you're asking about your values because those are going to be incredibly helpful for you. Yeah. Hmm. You're always in the fucking flow. Oh, what's really cool about your values is that's part of the structure I'm talking about. So that's how you get your personality self, the small self, right? You get that aligned to take action. Remember the the language of divinity in physical form is action. So if you're find your top three values, well, then you tell your personality to take action aligned to those top three values. So if I have something in my life that shows up and I've got to make a choice, I feel it when it's misaligned from my values. There's usually a conflict when it's conflicting. There's it's an irritated, you know, fearful energy. I was like, oh, that's not aligned to my true values. When it's aligned to my true values, it's more free, it's more flowing, it's more inspiring. So then my personal mind, the structure that's created to have its own subjective experiences, I give it a job where it's like take action in this and use discernment and say, no, that's not aligned. This is aligned. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm choosing to take action today in the synchronicity of what's showing up. And then I follow that to the best of my ability until that road ends. And then I pay attention to the next synchronicity. What else shows up? Where else do I go? So it's all about structure, but it's the expansiveness within the structure. So once I honor all the structures and I realize that there's certain aspects of like things that are here for me to understand, to move through, to expand beyond, but there's little key codes in each structure in the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of this and beyond. Beyond, this is just what I'm seeing here as the human experience at the moment. It's like, oh my God, like I'm giving the pieces of myself like jobs they can actually do, as opposed to giving them impossible jobs, like trying to control everything around me and try to know how everything works, which is impossible for the physical mind because the physical mind is only meant to experience now and remember the past. That's it. So, ooh, download us with the key codes. Yes, every time I talk, you are being downloaded with the key codes. Oh, and she goes, you already are actually. Yes, I am. And that's the coolest part about this is I just show up, I'm seen, whoever needs to see me and find me will find me. And sometimes they'll take away intellectually and be, oh shit, like I kind of understand that. But every time, in all ways, the energy is available for you or anybody that comes on the call. And all I do is hold it as an opportunity and they match it or they don't. They choose to move into that frequency or they don't. And if they don't, it doesn't matter because that's their journey. And maybe they need to be where they're at in that because they're in the flow in that area because there's something there that they need to understand to build more of a skillful aspect of life to be able to continue moving into the soul agreement of what the soul, the true mind, has in store for them. All right. So it's always here. The available energy is here. And I just show up and whoever takes it, great. And whoever doesn't, great. And the people that don't take it, they'll show up the next week and maybe they'll take something. Maybe they take what they need and they leave the rest. And that's kind of what abundance is you're always getting what you need, whether you know it or not. You're always in the fucking flow. It's just that. It's just that. It's awesome. Get it? That's it. This is amazing. And this is really cool. This is what I teach in the academy. This is what my wife teaches in the academy. And it's a whole year of this awesome stuff. And it's even a little more structured to help you guys grasp the practice. So I explain more of the practices, and it's in a structured form. And then I go over the practices and I reiterate the practices. A repetition. And then people understand it more completely. And 100 repetitions. Oh shit, I understand that more completely each time. Wow, 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 wow. And then I start having these experiences. And then, oh my God, now I'm in a new reality. Oh shit, what is this new person and this new personality? And what are they looking for? What are they choosing to experience? And it's just beautiful. And the container the Academy holds, me, Tiffany, and Candace, and then all the beautiful people that are in there, it just supports the downloading of the information, of the accepting of the key codes. And I've never seen anything like this. It keeps blowing my mind. And I just show up. I follow the synchronicity of it. This is it. And then this is why our first year, we're possibly running 3 to 4 first years in 1 year. Where we just started one, and next 2 months, we're starting another one. June 2nd. Got people signing up. Got people on the waiting list. Classes are filling up. It's happening. Synchronicity, detaching from expectation. It's fucking awesome. And so this is what people will understand at the end of the first year. They will grasp the practices, the structures, and what they're choosing to give meaning to. And in most cases, I would say life will get much more preferable. Just because that's my reality and that's what I exist in now. And the people that don't want that, or that's not their journey or their reality at this moment, there's no worries about that. That's where they are. I was there once. Now I'm here. So the people in my reality are going to understand and absorb this. They're not here. You guys aren't here. You guys are not here to fucking go, fuck you, Isaac. I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say. Even though you might do that, and that's okay. I still love you. It's not a problem. You don't have to fucking agree with me and like everything I say. There's just shit there that you're going to fucking absorb when you're fucking ready. And you wouldn't be here if you weren't fucking ready. Because you wouldn't be in my reality. Because you wouldn't be in my frequency. So everyone that shows up, this is available for you. And this is what we're doing. So keep showing up for these lives. Show up for Candace's Spiritual Clearing Fridays. Anything Tiffany does on here is amazing. If you're curious about the Academy, the June 2nd class, ask about it. Fucking message me. You guys most likely on the group here, we're friends. If we're not friends, friend me on Facebook and message me and ask about it. We'll set up a connection call. If you know anyone that's could benefit from this, which I'm sure you do, let them know. I mean, the opportunity that this Academy brings to people, it just blows my mind. And I have no fucking problem mentioning it at all. I mean, I am just so blown away about how amazing this is. If for just my life and my experience and what I've experienced, and then being able to share this with people who are ready for it, I have no problem speaking about it at all. Right. And then it's an opportunity. Either people take it or they don't. And it doesn't mean anything. It just means that they're where they need to be. And they either take it or they don't. They take it this year, they take it next year. I don't know. They never take it. I don't know. Maybe they just show up to my lives and absorb all the cool stuff. And they start getting more what they prefer. It's just awesome. It's the flow. I'm just following it. I'm not trying to figure it all out. Just following it. Having way more fun than really I ever thought possible. So you guys want to learn how to do that? Keep showing up for the lives. Ask me questions. Take the Academy. I'm here for you. Okay. I'm in your reflection. Be curious what it is that I'm here to show you. Because you asked me to show it to you. And I don't know what it is. You know what it is. somewhere. All right. Gotta go. Love ya. Yep, me too. I love you too, Tiffany, and everyone else on the call. I appreciate you guys. I'm ending the meeting now, and we'll see you on the other side. Follow the flow. If you like this dope ass shit that I'm laying down, like, subscribe, and share.